We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support here above the 430 area. Broke through the support of 435, did a full transition here. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 1:05 p.m. it sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness down 42 vision, and put options went up 180% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see it popping up there within the screen, within the options chain, some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are at the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support here above the 430 area. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow, what's going on with the inflow versus outflow, and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot at 9:35 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness down 42 vision, and put options went up 250% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the rip area of bright green bars, as I call it, on 42 vision to the white with red borders of a dip area, right? If this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, under a bear indicator in the first half of the day at the 438 level. It did have a bull indicator since yesterday at 436. It broke through the resistance of 438, hit highs up here of 438.79, and rejected again before heading towards 439 and 440, making 438 a huge resistance. And not that far off of it, it got a bear indicator right at that 438.19, 438.20 area. It fought to bring itself back up. It was fighting there at the 437.50 area, broke right through it, and then it could not hold 436 or 435, guys, and it hit all the way down towards the next support of 433.50, 433 area. And here it is in the after hours, trying to hold itself up and bring itself back up above 434. And we're going to look at the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow, because it is under a bear indicator here on the 30-minute chart, but also a full transition has happened from the rip area to the dip area, and it's going to be crucial and critical for the bulls to hold support here. If not, it's going to continue to test key support levels, right? Because it's not just the 30-minute under a bear indicator. If not, in the bigger picture on the 1 hour, it had gone a bear indicator yesterday for the first time. If we go ahead and look at this from the bigger picture, all the way down from the last bear indicator that got canceled with a bull indicator, right? A bear indicator popped up at the 421 area and a bull indicator popped up at the 413 area, and all that strength lasted into the last several days and weeks, going from the 410 area all the way up to the highs up here of 438, and it got its first bear indicator yesterday at 436.82, and now today it gets another one at the 437.50, 437.60 level after it tried getting a bull indicator in today's pre-market, and it got canceled with today's volatility, right? And another thing too is a full transition from the rip area to the dip area has happened here in the bigger picture. Definitely something to not ignore. And if we zoom into the volatility of the 15-minute, we could go ahead and see here in the process a bear indicator popped up at the 438 area, lasted all day, and multiple dip areas were hit after transitioning from the rip areas in the pre-market downwards. No bull indicator in the process, and support levels were tested and broken through. But you could see here in the after hours, once again, it is trying to bring itself back up. And we're going to look at the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow and the inflow versus outflows, which they need to follow the direction that the chart is trying to take to further justify any move to the upside. So we're going to look at if those inflows are trying to pick up, and you could see it here in the live action. It is trying to push itself up away from the 434 area and trying to retest 435, a key area of resistance right now that was needed to be held as support based off the history of the chart, right? Back here, it fought in this consolidation to stay above 435 for multiple days, and here it is fighting to get back towards it. And we're going to pull up the inflow versus outflow and the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. So here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, with outflows dominating for most of the day here on the 30-minute and hitting some of the largest outflows that we've seen in the last several days and weeks at negative 4.83, and same thing here on the 1 hour at negative 3.98. And in the volatility of the 15-minute, we could see how inflows have tried picking up in the middle of the day, but it continued pulling downwards. And now in the second half, in this slight move back up in the after hours, inflows are trying to pick up. It's going to be crucial for it to push up towards the midpoint and cross it to further justify any move to the upside. Now, if we go ahead and look at these outflows, if they continue to dominate, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, and that is the 433.50 area. Then below that, if these outflows continue to the downside and red, pulling away from the midpoint, then I'll be watching the 430 area. And then below that is the 428 level. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to start pushing back up towards the midpoint and cross it. And then if it could cross the midpoint and reflect that strength into these charts, roll it over into the 30-minute as well. Get a bull indicator in the process. It's going to be crucial and critical for this to switch from red to green, start heading towards the midpoint, and the first resistance is the 436 level. If that could be used as a staircase effect and support, the next resistance is 437.50, and then above that, I'll be watching the 438.50 area. Really tight range there, and if both could get broken through in these inflows, cross back over the midpoint to the upside, bull indicators in the process, and full transitions to the upside on 42 vision, then I'll be watching the 440 area. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them, and I'm going to watch them very carefully going into tomorrow. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.